Hello. In this video, I will be showing you how to make a basic arm model in Blender. Now, as you can see, I have a very basic low poly hand that I will be starting with. If you do not have one, then don't worry. You can always attach one afterwards very simply. Now let's get started. First, I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to go to edit mode. I'm going to hit number 3 at the top of the keyboard to go into face mode. And I will be shift clicking all of the faces here at the end of the wrist, and I am going to hit E to extrude, and we will stretch this out however far we need. Now, next step, I will be hitting Control R to add my edge loops, and using the mouse wheel we can add however many we want, and you don't need to skimp out on these, they're free. So with that out of the way, now we can try to determine what needs to be what on this arm. So first, we need to define where we want our elbow, which I would say would be right about there. So what I like to do here is hit another Control R for another edge loop. And we're gonna squeeze these in right about here. Reason for doing this is either through posing or animating. Whenever the arm bends, it usually likes to get a little wonky right about in these areas here, and the more edge loops you have, the more definition the elbow will have later on. So let's just get these out of the way here, and this will just be an easy reminder on where the elbow is. Now for the rest of this, it's just simply shaping out what we need. So below the elbow here, we have the forearm. So what I'm going to start doing is alt-clicking these lines here, and I'm just going to hit scale. And we're going to beef them up. And all I'm doing is eyeballing this, but in the future, it would probably also be very helpful if you all had a reference to go off of. Any photographs of any arms would be super helpful in this type of modeling. So right here, right about where the elbow is, let's switch to vertices. And let's try to define this elbow some. I'd say that's a good start. So now we can raise the rest of this. Alright, I'm just going to hit G for grab and Z to work on the Z axis, and we'll raise this up some. Looking good. Oh, a little mistake here. Alright, but we can fix that. So let's beef up the arm here a little bit. That's looking good. So now let's go in. We will beef these up some. Awesome. So let's bring these out a little bit. And all it is just simply moving these vertices wherever you need them to make the shape that you need, folks. It's very simple. It's just a little time consuming is all. And if you have OCD like me, you will be at this for hours. Okay. Another thing we could do is probably slim down the wrist here. There we go. Let's beef this up a little bit. Let's pull this in. Alright, we're slowly defining the forearm here. Alright. Alright, that's looking good. Maybe adjust this a little better. Alright, so now let's work on the upper arm. Pull this out some. We can round these off a little bit here. That's looking good. Now, if you ever feel like you need to define some more areas, you can always add another edge loop. So with this here, I have a little more control of the area now. Let's try to add more mass. That looks pretty good right there. And you can always go in and add a subdivision surface, and you can increase the viewport here just to see how this would look in object mode. And that's looking pretty good right there. So we can lower down the viewport down to 0, that way we can actually see what it really does look like. And I will select these faces here, delete. That way I can start preparing these and getting ready to attach to the body. See how quiet I'm getting, folks? I'm getting sucked into modeling this arm here. There we go. So those are the very basics on just how to get a general arm shape. And then, like I said earlier, all it is simply going into edit mode, playing with the vertices until you get just about the right shape on everything you need. And it's as simple as that, folks. Alright, it's been a pleasure. Hope this video has been informative, and please like and subscribe some of our other videos. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.